Hi there folks, Paul Bars signing in for a very quick video tutorial on how to prepare your images for your web designer. Now I'm going to take this as an exact example of what I'm asking one of my clients to do. I'm just preparing a new site for them, a photographer. I have the site here open, and these are just the demo photos that come with this particular site. I have it open in Firefox at the moment. We'll also look at it in Internet Explorer and in Chrome as well. In a nutshell, here's how you save time. The images that you give to your web developer are already the required size for your website. So here where I have a themed template, and I've got this photo here, and you can see there's a smaller one in there, a little bit blurry, and then there's back to this one, which is a perfect size. This is the size that I want. Here's how I find out its size. Using my mouse, right click and click on View Image Info, and here's all the information about this particular image, but what I'm looking for is here, the dimensions, and I can see that it's 640 by 402 pixels. That's the size of this particular image. So here's the thing. What I can do now is make that my benchmark for image A, for example, to replace that one. Let's have a quick look at this other one here. Notice, well, we know it's not high enough for starters, but if I click on its properties, it's 300 by 156. It's been scaled automatically by WordPress, because WordPress is pretty cluey like that, going, this isn't big enough, to 340 by 333. It's still not big enough, and that's why it's blurry, because it just wasn't big enough in the first place. So coming back, I have it here. This is the one that we want. Right click, View Image Info, 640 by 402. For the others, if I go down a bit, this one here, View Image Info, 620 by 402. And I could, just call it pick 10. This one, View Image Info, 300 by 402. You're beginning to get the idea. These ones here, right click, View Image Info. There's the size. Now it is a little bit different in each of these others. This is now Internet Explorer, and we'll just use this one image. Right click all the way down the bottom to Properties, and then this opens up. Here it is. The dimensions 640 by 402. So we still right click on the image, but it's all the way down the bottom, and it's called Properties. There it is, 640 by 402, and you can do that with all of the images. Chrome is a little different. Again, if I right click, I don't have any of those options. I've got no choice, but I inspect the element. Here it is, here, the code. Oh my goodness, we're getting a bit wacko here, but in a nutshell, there's the size. Yeah, it doesn't give me all the size, but if I hold my mouse over it, let me just move that up a little bit for you, it gives me a quick snapshot underneath. There it is, 640 by what? 402. That's the size of that image, and I can scroll down to any of these and inspect that element. There it is. I clicked on the wrong spot just there. One moment. In the middle here, inspect element. We've got an image highlighted, and there's the size, 300 by 402. So that gives me an idea of how to work out these different sizes. However, what if I have an image like I've got here, just off my photos, which, if I look at its sizing options, image size is an awful lot bigger than 640 by 402. Well, I've got two choices. I'm just using Photoshop Elements here, and most graphics programs will do this. I can resize this to 640. But if I do that, and I'm constraining the proportions because I don't want it out of whack, it's not going to go to 402. If I go to 402 here, it's not going to be 640 wide. So I've got a bit of a dilemma. I would have to take those out and manually do it. 640 by 402. Now that works okay for an image which only has maybe a few buildings in it. That's fine. But if this was a person they'd look pretty skew-if and out of shape if I was to resize them without changing the dimensions. So what I'm going to do now is just create a new image, new blank file, which is exactly 640 by 402, doesn't matter, transparent background, whatever, and it's just going to go there. Now this image is at the moment too big, so I will resize it to 640. Sorry, need to put this back in here. 640. It's still going to be too high, but it's going to keep its proportions, which is very, very important. So there's the new image, and I've got just a blank one over here. I'm going to click on this one, drag it over, let go, and all of a sudden then I have the new image still in the right proportions, but notice how obviously a little bit's been cut off the top, a little bit's been cut off the bottom. That's okay, because I can just move this around to where I want it and it will still look good. So I can have that where I like it, and of course then it's just a matter of saving it for the web. I'll make that a JPEG. I'm going through this super quick for you. Not even going to try and explain it. This is just the basics, and I'll just call that untitled. There we go. It doesn't matter what it's called. But now I have a new image created, 2 different layers. I'm moving around that top layer to make it fit exactly where I want it, and I haven't lost the dimension proportions of that original image. So I can now export that to a JPEG, give that to my web developer if that's the image that I wanted to appear here, and it would be the exact size that he or she needs. So last thing, why would I do that? Well, if I've got lots of money, I wouldn't need to do it, because I'm paying the web developer by hour, and he will just do, or she will just do, what's required. But if you want to save some money, save a few dollars, and we can work from anywhere from $75 to $250 an hour, then you can prepare simple things like that yourself. That's the easy way to do it. Okay, talk to you again soon. Bye bye.